Okay, good afternoon, good morning. It's a beautiful view of my street here. Just look at that mountain. Do you see that mountain way up there? It's really green. It's just beautiful to keep my head up and look at that. So the subject today is I want to give you some examples. I want to give you some examples of people who had hope and that overcame their severe problems and things happened in their life. Good things happened, and because they had hope. I've run out of hope at times. I knew that. I admitted it to people. I said, look, I just don't have any hope in this life. And then eventually I got convinced and convicted, and it came back, and nobody can take it from me. All right? So I understand we can lose heart, we can lose hope. So hopefully this will help expand our minds to have hope, even when it seems like we can't. The first one is Abraham. He hoped beyond hope. He was an old man, and God promised him. He didn't promise us. But when God promises you something, you can believe it. If you understand it correctly, you can have hope in it. You can confidently expect it. Well, Abraham, he told him he was going to have a child. And he was an old man, his wife was old, and they were past childbearing age. But God let a miracle happen for a reason. And that's why John the Baptist was born. He's born to old parents. So I'm not talking about having children. It's the subject of hope. Abraham, hope beyond hope. And another person that had great hope was Joseph. His brothers wanted to kill him and threw him in a pit instead and sold him as a slave, and he got enslaved in Egypt. He eventually figured out and had hope that God allowed it to happen to help people be saved. There was going to be a famine, and he sent Joseph. Joseph said, God sent me here ahead of you. He became a leader, and he got out of prison, he got out of slavery to help save the whole world from starving. For many years of starving. So there's a hidden motive behind everything. There is a good reason. There are silver linings even in the most distressing situation. You've got to hope in that. You've got to hope. Even if you don't make it out of this life alive. Jesus had hope, but he didn't make it out of this life alive, so to speak. He was murdered. But it says, for the hope set before him, he endured the cross. He had confident expectations that something good was going to come of this, and boy, did it ever. Something really good came from his suffering. I think of myself, and I gave up hope. I wanted my own business. I was getting older, and I wanted my own business, and I just gave up. But a couple of years later, boom, it fell right in my lap, and I'm like, sorry, God, I gave up hope. I just didn't expect this. I'm sorry I didn't believe. Believe in myself. No, I didn't have hope. I didn't have enough hope. Let me see if I can think of some other examples here as I walk down my street. Let's see. I was stuck in some bad habits in my youth, and I didn't think I could get out of them, but my mom gave me hope. She said, when you want to, you can quit. And she said it nicely and kindly, not severe, not as a scolding. She gave me hope. My mother gave me hope when I didn't have any. That was my problem when I was young. I knew I was sad. I knew I was downcast. I just didn't know what to do about it. I started seeking resources and books and trying to figure out how to get my mind to think more positive. What I really needed was hope. Positive thinking in and of itself isn't the way to go. It isn't the best. But hope is something even better, because you can confidently expect something good's going to happen in your life. So I hope this helps you, that if you're going through a lot of trouble, look for the silver lining. Make it out of life with hope. Even if you die, make it out having hope that you're going to get justified, helped, or something. I've got too many stories to share. I'm going to close it off now. Have hope.